Hello friends, welcome to another edition of Wisdom for Winning broadcast. Now if you remember, if you've been following this series, we are in a series where we're looking at the laws that govern business and enterprise development. We've looked at 3 laws so far. Today we are moving to the 4th one. And today's law simply states, do not despise the days of small beginnings. I'll say that again. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. The challenge we have in our generation is that we live in a microwave generation where everybody wants everything to happen very fast. Fast food, fast everything, fast money. As a result, the idea of making money by little increments seems to be lost on many of the young people in particular. They want the big buck just overnight. It doesn't work like that. You need to understand that you have to start small. I always tell people that I prefer to be part of a big thing that starts small than a small thing that starts big. You need to start small, your business, whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't matter how big your business plan or projections are. You always have to start small. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. Starting small allows you to grow your skill and your competence. Because once you start a business, you may not have all that it takes. Remember, our first law states that God always begins from where you are. And I made it clear then in that first podcast that God begins from where you are, not because you have everything that it takes for the business to succeed and expand, but that God will make you to start and then you can constantly have the value to yourself. So starting small allows you to deal with the business in a way you can handle, in a small way. And as the business begins to grow, or as you begin to grow, the business begins to grow, and therefore you develop the appropriate competencies for the level of growth of the business. So you need to understand, therefore, that you must not despise the days of small beginnings. Always start small when it comes to business. Many times when people come to me and discuss their business challenges, part of the difficulty is the fact that they've not obeyed this rule. For example, you want to start a small business. You've invested in an office. You've invested in a company car. You've invested in a full range of stationery. You've invested in so many things. And while you've done all that, you haven't a single customer yet. That is foolishness. So what do? Start from your home. Use your home address. Use your dining room as your office. Especially if it's a business that does not involve clients coming in. It's just like a consulting business or you providing a service. So just use your home as your address. Start from your living room or whatever, and produce your stationery on your computer. There are ways of doing that cheaply these days. Many of the software out there, from Microsoft Office to the Apple range of software, desktop publishing software, all have templates for business stationery. So all you have to do is just put in the name and the design is already there. So you start small, and as the business grows, as you gather customers, you begin to now move the business out of the house into those places. So the whole idea of expending a lot of money to start a business that has not a single customer yet, that is foolishness. So you need to start small and grow the business. Don't expend so much of money before you bring in money into the business. Understand that you must not despise the days of little beginning. And as you do that, your business will grow from one level of strength to another, from one level of glory to another. So that's it for today. Next time, we'll look at another law. And until then, keep winning. God bless.